Hey, Wes here. Thanks for joining me today. Hopefully you are doing well. Thank you for showing up today. I appreciate it. It's been a bit since I made a video. And today's project is to make a ladle. This is a ladle that I made 2 or 3 years ago. And I thought it was time to make another one. And I want to do it in such a way that, I don't know if it guarantees success, but makes it fairly easy and to have a good consistent result. So I need a few things, and I'll explain this as we go along, but need to have a chunk of clay. This happens to be wild clay. I think there's other ways to get that done. I have a little piece of sheet that I use for rolling things out. I think that makes it easier. And when I roll things out, I have little spacers so that the sheet of clay is all symmetrical and even. And then I have a roller, and this is just a 2-inch dowel that I got at Home Depot, I guess. Now, to make the bowl, I am going to use this little round orb, anything that's round. This happens to be a Durodango, but it seems to be about the right size. And I'm going to cover it in a piece of plastic so the clay doesn't stick to it. So that's for making the bowl. Oh yeah, I'll need a scraper of some sort. And for making the handle, which needs to be hollow, that's just a little bit tricky. I think this will work. This is a bamboo skewer for making kebabs, and we'll work on that a little bit later. I think that's pretty much all you need, and there's some ways to get around it, so you don't even have to do all of these things, but I think it will just give us maybe a better outcome, I'm hoping. So let's get started. This, I think, is quite a bit more clay than I need. Want to get it kneaded. I made this clay several days ago. So the first goal here is just to kind of get it flattened out a little bit. And this whole process of rolling it out, you don't need to do that. You could just flatten it by hand. I roll them out for a couple of reasons. One, it's easier, and then maybe that's cheating. I don't know if it is. Maybe Native Americans, maybe they had ways of rolling this stuff out. I'm not sure. But I like that it's consistent, and I always do it on a sheet because it doesn't stick. If I put it just on my wood bench here, it almost certainly stick. These little spacers here help with consistency. Seems to help to flip this thing from time to time. So you can use a rolling pin. You can use a lot of different things as a roller. Doesn't really matter. These work out really good. I like the size of them. But if you go in your kitchen, you can probably find a rolling pin that'll work just fine. Here is my form. This is a Durodango I made in a previous video. But you can use anything that's round. I found a light bulb once that seemed to work pretty good. Look around the house, you'll probably find something that's round. A ball, like a baseball, softball. Find something that's about the right size. Cover it in plastic so that the clay will release. It's got to be perfect. Something like that. So in this case, we just kind of ease it around. Or if it starts to crack, then we're going to have to add some water. Wouldn't use a whole lot of water here. What you don't want to do is rush this. Just let the clay take its time. So if you wanted to make a round ball like this, you just do this twice. You just get 2 halves of the orb and then stick them together. This is kind of a fun rattle. Well, I'm just going to leave it like this for now. So the clay is soft, right? And so what I need it to do is to firm up. However, if it sits on here too long, clay will shrink and then this will crack. So before it shrinks up too much and sticks to our Durodango, I'm just going to let this sit for maybe an hour. Your environment's going to make a difference, whether it's really dry or kind of damp. But I'm just going to let this sit for a while and firm up so that it doesn't lose its shape once we take it out of the form. While the bowl is setting up, it's to make a handle, and it needs to be hollow in the middle. That is going to help, because cracking and breakage is our biggest concern here. So there's a number of ways to do this. I think this is pretty easy. Take a lump of clay, stick your skewer through it. So it's kind of in the middle. That'll work its way out. And then let's just roll this thing out. So the skewer will keep it so it has a hole in the middle. And actually, as we roll it, you can squeeze it out too. This is probably a good idea to start with. That hole will actually get bigger the more you roll it. So just pull the little skewer out. See, there's the hole. I don't know if you can see that or not. And just let's let this just sit and firm up. You don't want to be in a big hurry here. It has been probably 3 hours. It's a little bit cool down here, so it dries slow. Plus, I've had it covered with these rags to slow things up. So it's still pliable. I can still move it around, which I need to do. But if you do this too quickly, then it just gets too floppy and it won't hold together. So I think the next thing I want to do is cut this into a half of a sphere. I'm going to try and be pretty even about it. Just kind of try and ease this away from the ball. If you do it too soon, the clay just doesn't hold its shape. All right, let's see if it'll lift out of there. Part of this is that there's a suction that happens with this too. There you go. The walls on the handle are maybe a little thicker than I'd want. I think a larger dowel would maybe work a little better, but I think this is going to be fine. All right, so this actually is the trickiest part. So we want this to fit well. So I'm going to kind of contour this to the shape of the bowl. Right. And then I'm also going to, I don't normally have to score clay, but if it's all kind of damp and wet, it'll all stick together just fine. But this has been drying now for a while, so I need to make sure I have a really good bond. Also, I have a spray bottle with vinegar, just plain white vinegar. That seems to help the clay get sticky. You don't need this, you can just use regular water. But I want to get that saturated pretty good with both pieces. Okay, all by itself, that is not nearly enough. So what we have to do, I call these fillets. I'm not sure if that's the right term. But take some small pieces of clay and fill in around that joint to strengthen it. So you can use a fair amount of water or vinegar. In this case, I'm going to use some vinegar. And then just work it in as best you can. Sometimes I like to use something round like a pencil. This is an X-Acto knife. Get it wet. Make sure there is a good bond. This is by far the weakest place. If you mess with this too much, I mean picking it up and so on, it will crack. So the issue here is that I need to flip this thing over and seal that up as well. So I'll do my best. See, it falls apart. You know what I think I'm going to do? Do this as best I can right now, but it's all really wet. So I'm going to let this set up, again, probably for an hour. Patience helps. And then come back and do some more. To help along with the drying, sometimes I use my little heat gun here, and that if you're gentle with it and don't go too far because it can cause it all to dry out too fast and crack, but it can help. The ladle has been sitting for a while, so I want to flip it over. It's firmed up a bit, but this is really the most delicate part, so I'm going to try and support it underneath here and flip it all over. And you can see I have a bit of a mess, but it should be okay actually. Smooth that out, and then I'll add some clay to strengthen that all up. So when I add clay like this, I try to make sure that everything is pretty moist, easily moldable. And another way to do this is to actually cut a hole in the side of the cup here, or the bowl, and treat the handle like a lug. That would probably be stronger. I have my little piece of deer skin that's wet. And I think I'm just going to cover this up good. Maybe put a little plastic over it because I don't want to dry too quickly. And then come back tomorrow and see if I can kind of clean it up, and it will have firmed up a whole lot by that time. The ladle has been sitting overnight. I put plastic over it. Wanted to dry a little, but not too much. So I want to be able to handle this thing without it breaking. So it's definitely leather hard. So I think I'm okay. So the goal here is just basically to smooth this thing out. So just have my little stone here and work on this real carefully. So it's critical to support this whole thing all the time. And a lot of times once I get it wet, I like to go over it with a scraper, and that gets the high points off mostly. It is so easy to crack the rim at this stage. There you have it, making a little ladle. Hopefully you found this interesting and something that you will try. I think I will slip this, but I'm going to do that at another time. And appreciate you being here. Really makes a big difference. That's the only reason I do these videos, is because people watch them. So thank you so much. And if you like it, thumbs up is good. Comments are always appreciated. And if you have ideas of things that you would like in another video, let me know. I'll see what I can do. So until next time, this is Wes wishing you health, happiness, peace, and love. Take care. Bye-bye.